Hello everyone. Welcome back to Talk Gara. My name is Jessica.
And I'm Jackson. Today, we are going to help you prepare for job interviews in English.
Yes, job interviews can feel stressful, especially when you must speak in English.
That's true. Many people feel nervous before an interview, but that feeling is normal.
Don't worry. Today, we will teach you simple phrases you can use in a job interview.
We will also practice common interview questions and show you how to answer them clearly.
When you go to a job interview, the first thing you should do is greet the interviewer politely.
Yes, a polite greeting makes a good first impression.
You can say, "Good morning," or "Good afternoon."
After that, you can say, "Nice to meet you."
Another polite sentence is, "Thank you for meeting with me today."
These small sentences are very important because first impressions matter a lot.
Now let's talk about the most common interview question.
Almost every interviewer asks this question at the beginning.
The question is, "Tell me about yourself."
Many people feel confused about how to answer this question.
The best answer is short and clear. Talk about your work experience and skills.
Don't tell your whole life story. Focus only on things related to the job.
For example, you can say, "I have 3 years of experience in sales."
You can also say, "I enjoy working with customers and helping them solve problems."
Another example is, "I recently graduated with a degree in computer science."
You can add, "I'm very interested in programming and learning new technologies."
See? The answer is simple but professional.
Yes, employers want to know about your skills and experience.
Another example answer is, "I am a hardworking person who likes learning new things."
You can also say, "I have experience in customer service and communication."
Now let's move to another common question.
The next question is, why do you want to work here?
This question is important because the company wants to know if you are interested in them.
Before your interview, you should learn about the company.
Visit the company's website and understand what they do.
Then you can say something like, "I like your company because you help many people."
You can also say, "I want to be part of your team and contribute to your success."
Another good answer is, "Your company has a very good reputation."
You can add, "I believe I can grow and learn a lot while working here."
One more example is, "I'm excited about this position because it matches my skills and interests."
Do you notice something important here?
Yes, in every answer, you show that you know about the company and you are interested in the job.
Now, let's talk about another important interview question.
The question is, what are your strengths?
Strengths are the things you do well.
Think about your good qualities as a worker.
For example, you can say, "I am very organized and I always finish my work on time."
Another good answer is, "I work well with other people and I'm a good team player."
You can also say, "I am good at solving problems." For example, when something is difficult, I try to find a solution.
Another strength is learning quickly. You could say, "I learn new skills quickly and I enjoy new challenges."
These answers are simple but powerful.
They show the interviewer that you are a strong candidate.
Now, let's talk about a more difficult question.
The question is, what are your weaknesses?
Many people feel uncomfortable answering this question.
But there is a simple trick.
Be honest, but show that you are trying to improve.
Don't say something very negative like, "I am lazy."
And don't say something bad like, "I am always late."
Instead, choose a small weakness and explain how you are improving.
For example, you can say, "Sometimes I work too slowly because I want everything to be perfect."
Then add, "But I'm learning to manage my time better."
Another example is, "I am sometimes nervous when speaking in public."
Then you can say, "But I'm taking a class to improve my public speaking."
You can also say, "I am not very confident with some technology."
Then explain, "But I'm learning new programs every day."
When you answer like this, you sound honest and responsible.
Employers like people who want to improve themselves.
Now, let's practice another common question.
The interviewer may ask, "Why should we hire you?"
A good answer could be, "You should hire me because I am hardworking and reliable."
You can also say, I have the skills and motivation to do this job well.
Another good answer is, "I am eager to learn and contribute to your company."
Always answer confidently and speak clearly.
Confidence shows the interviewer that you believe in yourself.
And remember, preparation is the key to success in interviews.
Practice these answers and you will feel more confident. Now, let's talk about another common interview question. Why should we hire you?
This means the interviewer wants to know why you are the best person for the job.
They want to understand what makes you different from other candidates.
You should talk about your skills, your experience, and your positive attitude.
For example, you can say, "I have the right skills for this job."
You can also add, I work very hard and I learn new things quickly.
Another good answer is, "I am very motivated and I always try to do my best."
You can say, I want to help your company grow and succeed.
Another example answer is, "I have experience in this field."
You can add, I understand the work and I can deliver good results.
Remember to sound confident when you answer this question.
But be careful not to sound arrogant or too proud.
Confidence is good, but respect and humility are also important.
Now, let's talk about questions about your work experience.
The interviewer might ask, "Tell me about your last job."
When you answer, talk about the work you did and your responsibilities.
For example, you could say, "In my last job, I worked as a cashier."
Then explain, I handled money and helped customers every day.
Another example is, "I worked as an office assistant."
You could say, I answered phone calls, organized files, and helped my manager.
Always keep your explanation clear and simple.
Focus on your main tasks and your useful experience.
Sometimes the interviewer will ask another question about your previous job.
The question might be, why did you leave your last job?
You must be careful when answering this question.
Always stay positive and professional.
Never complain about your previous boss or your old company.
Instead, you can say something positive like, I am looking for new opportunities to grow.
Another good answer is, "I want to work in a field that interests me more."
You can also say, I moved to a new city, so I needed to find a new job.
The important thing is to stay polite and positive.
Employers respect people who speak respectfully about their past jobs.
Now let's talk about questions about your skills.
The interviewer may ask, what computer programs do you know?
When you answer, be honest about your skills.
List the programs or tools you know how to use.
For example, you can say, "I know how to use Microsoft Word and Excel."
You can also say, I use email programs like Outlook.
Another example is, "I am familiar with social media platforms."
You could explain, I can create posts and manage social media accounts.
If you do not know a certain program, that is okay. You can say, "I don't know that program yet, but I am willing to learn."
This answer shows that you are open to learning new skills.
Employers like people who are willing to learn and improve.
Now, let's talk about another common interview question.
The interviewer might ask, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?"
This question is about your future goals.
The company wants to know if you plan to grow with them.
A good answer could be, I hope to grow with this company.
You can also say, "I want to take on more responsibilities in the future."
Another good answer is, I want to become very skilled in this job.
You might add, "Maybe one day I would like to lead a team."
You can also say, I see myself as an experienced professional in this field.
Always show that you are committed to learning and improving.
Avoid saying that you plan to leave the company soon.
Employers prefer candidates who want to stay and grow.
Now, let's talk about teamwork questions.
The interviewer might ask, "Are you a team player?"
This question means they want to know if you can work well with others.
The answer should usually be yes, but it is also good to give an example from your experience.
For example, you can say, "Yes, I enjoy working with teams."
Then explain, "In my last job, I worked with 5 other people on projects."
Another answer is, "I believe teamwork helps us achieve better results."
You can also say, "I like helping my coworkers when they need support."
These answers show that you are cooperative and friendly.
Now let's talk about stress at work.
The interviewer may ask, "How do you handle stress?"
Everyone feels stress sometimes, especially at work.
The important thing is to show that you can manage stress calmly.
For example, you can say, "When I feel stressed, I make a list of my tasks."
Then explain, "I complete the tasks one by one."
Another good answer is, "I stay calm under pressure."
You can add, "I take deep breaths and focus on solving the problem."
Another option is, "I try to stay organized so stress does not build up."
Planning your work carefully can help reduce stress.
Employers want to know that you can handle challenges.
They want workers who stay calm and focused.
Finally, let's talk about salary questions.
Sometimes the interviewer will ask, "What salary are you expecting?"
Many people feel uncomfortable answering this question.
The best thing to do is prepare before the interview.
You should research similar jobs online.
Look at the average salary for that job in your area.
Then you can say, "I am flexible about the salary." You could ask, "What is the usual salary range for this position?" Another option is to say, "Based on my research, I believe a salary between X and Y would be fair."
You can also say, "I am more interested in the opportunity to learn and grow."
Then ask politely, "What salary range do you normally offer?"
This way, the company can share their budget first.
And that helps you understand the offer better. Remember, even if you are asked about salary, you can always negotiate later if they offer you the job.
Now let's talk about the end of the interview. This part is very important too.
At the end, the interviewer usually asks, "Do you have any questions for me?"
You should always say yes. Asking questions shows that you are interested in the job.
You can ask, "What would a typical day look like in this position?"
Another good question is, what qualities are you looking for in the ideal candidate?
You can also ask, "Can you tell me about the team I would work with?"
Another professional question is, what are the next steps in the hiring process?
Or, "Can you tell me when I can expect to hear back from you?"
These questions show that you are serious and professional about the job.
Do not ask about vacation time or benefits in the first interview.
Save those questions for later interviews or after the job offer.
Now, how should you end the interview politely?
Stand up and shake hands with the interviewer.
Say, "Thank you for your time today."
You can also add, "I really enjoyed our conversation. I'm very interested in this position."
Another example is, "I look forward to hearing from you soon."
Or, "Thank you for this opportunity. I hope we can work together."
Smile and make eye contact when you leave.
A good final impression is very important.
Let's review some important tips for your interview.
First, arrive early. Don't be late.
Dress professionally. Make sure your clothes are clean and neat.
Bring at least 3 copies of your resume with you.
Also bring a pen and paper to take notes if needed.
Turn off your phone so it does not ring during the interview.
Sit up straight. Good posture makes you look confident.
Speak clearly. Do not talk too fast.
If you don't understand a question, it is okay to ask.
You can say, "Could you repeat that, please?"
Or, "Can you explain what you mean?"
It is better to ask than to give a wrong answer.
Make eye contact with the interviewer, but do not stare.
Be natural and friendly. Smile when it is appropriate.
Don't interrupt the interviewer. Wait until they finish speaking.
Listen carefully to each question and think before you answer.
Be honest. Don't lie about your experience or skills.
Stay positive. Never complain about previous jobs or bosses.
Show enthusiasm. Let the interviewer know you really want this job.
Now let's practice some phrases you can use during the interview.
If you need time to think, say, "That's a good question. Let me think for a moment."
If you want to add something, say, "I'd also like to mention that."
To give an example, you can say, "For instance," or "For example,"
To show that you understand, say, "I see what you mean."
or "That makes sense,"
To agree with the interviewer, say, "I completely agree."
or "That's exactly right."
To connect your ideas, use words like additionally or furthermore.
These small phrases make you sound professional and fluent in English.
Now let's talk about body language. Your body speaks too, not just your words.
Keep your hands visible. You can move them slightly when you talk.
But don't move your hands too much.
Don't cross your arms because it looks defensive or unfriendly.
Lean slightly forward. This shows that you are interested and engaged.
Nod your head when the interviewer speaks. It shows you are listening.
Don't fidget. Avoid playing with your hair or tapping your fingers.
Stay calm and relaxed.
Take deep breaths if you feel nervous.
Practicing these tips will help you feel more confident during your interview.
And remember, confidence, politeness, and preparation are the keys to success.
Now, let's talk about phone and video interviews. These are very common today.
For phone interviews, find a quiet place where you will not be disturbed.
Make sure your phone has good reception so the call is clear.
Have your resume in front of you. You can look at it while you speak.
Smile when you talk on the phone. It changes your voice and makes you sound friendlier.
For video interviews, test your camera and microphone before the interview starts.
Look at the camera, not at your own image on the screen.
Make sure your background is clean and professional. Avoid messy rooms.
Wear professional clothes, even if the interview is at home. It will help you feel more confident.
Good lighting is important. Make sure the interviewer can see your face clearly.
Now, let's talk about what to do after the interview.
Within 24 hours, send a short thank you email.
This email is very important because it shows you are professional and serious about the job.
You can start with, "Dear name, thank you for meeting with me yesterday."
Add, "I enjoyed learning about the position. I'm very interested in working with your team."
End the email with, "I look forward to hearing from you. Best regards, Jessica."
Now, what if you don't get the job? That is okay. It happens to everyone.
Every interview is practice. You learn something new each time.
If possible, ask for feedback. You can say, "Can you tell me how I can improve for next time?"
Don't give up. Keep applying for other jobs and keep practicing.
The more interviews you do, the easier they become.
Remember, the interviewer wants you to succeed. They're not trying to trick you.
They want to find the right person for the job. Maybe that person is you.
Be yourself. Show your personality and let them see who you really are.
Confidence comes from preparation. Practice your answers before the interview.
You can practice with a friend and ask them to play the role of the interviewer.
Or practice in front of a mirror. Watch yourself speak and notice your gestures.
You can also record yourself on your phone and listen back.
Notice any mistakes and work on improving them.
Remember these key points. Be polite, be honest, and be positive.
Speak clearly and listen carefully to each question.
Ask questions when needed.
Dress well and arrive early for the interview.
Smile and show enthusiasm.
Thank the interviewer at the end of the interview.
Send a follow-up email to show your professionalism.
And most importantly, believe in yourself.
You have valuable skills and experience. The right job is out there for you.
Every interview brings you closer to success.
Now, let's do a quick practice round. I will ask you some questions, and you can practice answering.
Great idea, Jackson. Let's start. Tell me about yourself.
Good question. Here's a sample answer. I'm a dedicated worker with 2 years of experience in retail. I enjoy helping customers and working as part of a team.
Perfect. Next question, what are your strengths?
I am very reliable. I always show up on time and complete my tasks. I am also friendly and easy to work with.
Excellent. Now, why do you want this job?
I am looking for a stable position where I can use my skills. Your company has a great reputation, and I want to contribute to your success.
Very good. One more question. What are your weaknesses?
Sometimes I am too careful and double-check everything, but I am learning to trust myself more and work more efficiently.
Perfect answers. See how simple it can be?
With practice, these answers will feel natural and confident.
And the more you practice, the more prepared you will feel for any interview.
Remember, preparation, positivity, and honesty are the keys to success.
Don't try to memorize your answers word for word.
Instead, understand the ideas and then use your own words.
Make your answers personal. Talk about your real experience.
The interviewer can tell when someone is being genuine.
Authenticity is more important than perfect grammar.
If you make a small grammar mistake, don't worry, keep going.
Your attitude and communication are more important than perfect English.
Now, let's talk about different types of jobs and the questions they might ask.
For customer service jobs, they might ask, how do you handle difficult customers?
You can answer, I stay calm and listen to their concerns. I try to find a solution that makes them happy.
For office jobs, they might ask, can you work under deadlines?
You can say, yes, I work well under pressure. I prioritize my tasks and stay focused.
For creative jobs, they might ask, where do you get your ideas?
You can answer, I get inspiration from many places. I like to research and try new approaches.
Every job is different, but the basic interview skills are the same.
Be prepared, be professional, and be positive.
One more important tip is to research common interview questions before your interview.
Practice your answers out loud, not just in your head.
Speaking out loud helps you remember your answers better.
It also makes you feel more comfortable during the interview.
You can find lists of interview questions online.
Try to practice answering 10 to 15 questions before your interview.
This preparation will make a huge difference.
You will feel much more confident when you sit down for the interview.
Remember, the interviewer is just a person too. They want the interview to go well. They are not trying to make you nervous.
Think of the interview as a professional discussion, not a test.
Both you and the interviewer are trying to see if the job is a good match.
Before we finish, let's talk about what to bring to an interview.
Bring extra copies of your resume. Bring at least 3 copies.
Bring a list of references if you have them.
These are people who can recommend you and speak about your work.
Bring your ID or any documents the company asked for.
Put everything in a folder or a professional bag to stay organized.
Don't bring food, drinks, or anything distracting.
And don't bring someone with you to the interview.
Go alone. This shows independence and maturity.
Okay, we are near the end. Let's review one more time.
Job interviews in English don't have to be scary.
With preparation and practice, you can do very well.
Use simple, clear language. You don't need fancy words.
Be honest about your experience and skills.
Show enthusiasm for the job.
Be polite and professional from start to finish.
Remember to ask questions at the end of the interview.
Thank the interviewer for their time.
Send a follow-up email after the interview.
And most importantly, believe in yourself.
You have valuable skills and experience.
Every interview brings you closer to your success.
Keep learning and keep improving. Don't give up.
Your perfect job is waiting for you.
We hope this lesson helped you today.
Practice these phrases and use them in your next interview.
Remember, we are here to support you on your English learning journey.
Good luck with your interviews.
You are going to do great.
We believe in you.
Thanks for listening today.
See you next time.
Keep practicing and stay confident.
Goodbye, everyone.